All right, it went live. Okay, I'm gonna give some time for some people to get into the room, but this is just a quick thing because I understand that I did the videos on the, you know, the info that was given on the internet for the Deer Park and tried to share that to stay away from there. This is breathable, you'd say. If you got asthma, you won't, you know, you might want some kind of a little paper mask or something. Let's see.
Yeah, they said the woods are on fire over there, driver.
Yeah, it's a controlled burn by the Georgia Forestry Department, but it's all lit up like south of here, about the 318, and the smoke's all the way to here. I went past the last truck stop, it was clear. I came in here, took a shower, all of a sudden it smoked up again and way up to here. It's a huge fire down there, but they're controlling it. It's on the west side of the interstate. Just be careful because of this fog, y'all. No, it's just woods, and the department, the Georgia Forestry Department, I called them. I called in, and they said everything's, they're controlling it and they're burning it on purpose, but it's just the smoke on the highway. Y'all just be slow and watch for the fog. Okay, so kid put howdy. I'm gonna get off the radio. Howdy, kid. I'm just bringing this to y'all for a sec, okay? Do a little quick live because I don't want you to run into each other because of the fog on the interstate. A long time ago, listen to me, there was a really bad wreck and a lot of people died on I-75 right around this area because the valleys in this area keeps fog. Well, in the same way, it keeps smoke just the same, people. And watch for these cars freaking out, and some of them are older and traveling in RVs, like there's one over here to my left in the fuel aisle now, and they're not used to it. They were saying they were having a hard time breathing, they had to get off. Listen, it's just like I said about the mile marker 318. I was gonna stop off at one truck stop and I was like, no, it's smoke, I don't know what this is. I went north, come up to here to stop off here, and it was clear, and now it's all smoked up. This is all the way to the 328, so 10 miles. It gets worse around the 318 or so. It's a controlled burn by the Georgia Forestry Department, but it's huge. It's a massive fire on the west side of the interstate, and it's so much smoke. We got a 10-mile cloud, and it's coming up the path of least resistance, which is I-75, and it's got cars freaking out a little bit, but you know that causes trucks to have a problem. So y'all just be careful in the fog down here. It's stuff you can breathe in and you're all right. You know what I'm saying, to breathe this stuff in. This is just woods. This ain't no kind of bad chemical fire, nothing like that. Anyways, y'all want to say something, go ahead. This is all I want to bring to you, and I'm gonna get going. Well, I'll do something a little later. Wasn't planning on going live, but a long time ago, like I said, quite a few years ago, there was a real bad multi-car rear end at night for the fog. And so if this is here still tonight, and it could be, because that's a huge fire, they call it control, but it's huge. You could have some serious fog tonight, and don't rear end each other on I-75 when you get out of Tennessee. By the time you get into Georgia, you need to start watching for it because these valleys are deep and they hold smoke. Anybody wants to debunk me on that, you look up where that accident happened a long time ago. It was bad. Truck rear-ended another truck, rear-ended another truck. People passed away. It was bad. So if I put this out there, at least you'll know you can breathe in it. Don't freak out. But, you know, there you go. Don't hit each other, people. Anybody wants to check in, say hey, or anything else? Kid, I'm glad you're doing good. And yeah, so this is actual news and there's audio. How about that? Oh, by the way, I did that. I know it wasn't as funny as you might have thought on the other thing. I don't know, let me know what you thought about it, kid. Maybe it wasn't the most hilarious thing ever, but I was messing with them a little bit, because if they're gonna put out news and not call it fake news, you gotta at least give us audio. Lie to us good, right? Yup, heading back to Florida. Okay then. Yeah, I gotta do a couple turnarounds. I'm all over the place. That's how that goes. So you liked it, you did. Like I said, there's funnier stuff out there. I mainly wanted to do it to prove a point. You want to mess with my stuff, right? At least you could come up with audio. You got a I'm running off of a 2-camera, low budget operation here, people. I'm probably the cheapest man ever, never even paid for these phones. Okay, I made payments maybe on one, the other one was a free phone, and then they started payment mess, but it was low. This ain't an iPhone 25. This is an Android 1 or 2. And if I can do audio and sound, and I mean, you know, sound good and do video and bring it to you, but there's news companies with $1 million in their pockets, spend $1 million every time they put up a commercial, they make $1 million. And so multi-billion-dollar corporation, and they can't bring any sound at all. That's just slack, man. I could be their audio man. I'm just saying. No, I wouldn't want that job. Anyways, so plus it's down there, we're in Houston, because they got that chemical thing going on. But so you see, I don't know if you can determine the difference, but it's so smoked up. I'm gonna zoom a little bit and just give you an eyeball of it. Let's see if we can zoom a little. That sign right there usually is against a blue sky, and everything's gray right now. So you may not be able to discern this, but I can assure you the whole interstate and the whole top of the mountain and everything is smoked up. I wish you got photobomb. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, just bringing it to you what I can. Be careful leaving Tennessee, going south, or in North Georgia, going north. I-75, mile marker about the 315 I'd watch, but about the 318 all the way to the 328 and north of here. So I'm talking all the way up to about the 330, probably 335. The fire that I saw looked to be about 8 to 20 acres on fire. I mean, that's the way it looked. So I don't know how to describe it, but the whole highway is smoked up, and some people ain't gonna be able to breathe, and they're gonna freak out a little bit. You know what I mean? I remember last time there was a mountain fire, they had people that were saying they were reporters and they had to pull over and stuff. A wet towel will help if you wet a washcloth, put it over your mouth. You know what I'm saying? They got washcloths at Walmart for 49 cents. Ask me how I know. I just had to buy some. So JD put howdy. Howdy, JD. I'm gonna get off this thing here. I just wanted to put up a quick little update. Basically, I-75 in Georgia, North Georgia to Tennessee is smoked up. It's hard for you to tell, but it's all smoked. And like I said, about the 315 start looking for, about the 318 you'll be in it, all the way up to probably about the 330, maybe 335 or more. It's a lot of smoke. It's a controlled burn by the Georgia Forestry Department that I didn't know nothing about, so I called them, Yeah, interesting. Yeah, ain't that something? I'm like a fire magnet at this point. But hey, they lit this one, man. They did this one on purpose. But it's just woods. Nothing wrong with breathing a little bit of smoke, from wood. People have been doing it for centuries. I'm sure our ancestors all had fireplaces. So y'all stay safe. I'm gonna get off this thing. JD, I wanted your opinion on my little news thing. Yeah, it sounds okay. Yeah, JD, I wanted your opinion on my bad lip reading. Should I even leave it up, or a kid liked it? I didn't know if it was all that funny or not. I just wanted to mainly let them know, hey, if I'm low budget and can do this, the least y'all can do is put sound on your stuff before you run a live video, and you have everybody in the country watching some dude, mumble whatever, and you know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm critical. So let's see. I left number to my queen. I got it. Yeah, I did get the number. I'm going to catch up with you. I got a lot of miles to run. I didn't even have time for this. I stopped long enough to shower. That was all I was trying to do here, and I didn't want to stop. It was clear. Listen to me. I'm at like the 328. It was clear at like the 326 was still smoked up a little bit. I was like, okay, I'm a couple miles north. It was clear here. I get out, I go take a shower, I come back, and all of a sudden the whole place is smoked up. So just be careful, don't rear-end each other, especially tonight, simply because one time there was lots of fog in Georgia, a lot of people ran into each other and they died. I'm telling you ahead of time, that's all I got. So yes, I am, and I'll be around where you're at, and I'll get in touch with you, and it's gonna be later, that's about where I'm going. So I got you, brother. So I'm gonna get off this thing though. I gotta get rolling. I gotta get some push water, some motion lotion, some of that diesel stuff right there. And yep. So yeah, because I can't really push this truck. I gotta get some fire water. I'm Cherokee, I can call it that. Motion lotion, you like that? Yeah, sometimes I call it motion lotion, sometimes I call it fire water. Look, I've been doing this for so long, we make up our own words. You really get a CB radio and you'll figure it out, but some of these people, they don't understand what you're talking about because they haven't been doing it very long. So So yeah, I gotta get some fire water. Y'all have a good one, the kind that goes in the tank. Just the kind that goes in the tank, people. Oh, and I will show you one picture. I think that I can bring it up real quick. If it'll focus on this, I might be able to give you a picture, because I hit record. It was kind of crazy. And I was like, well, you know, might or might not work. Let's see if I can pause it in the middle and make that work here. Yeah, that was throwing me off here. I got a picture of it whenever I hit, like it's like a video on the dash cam kind of thing, but I'll hold this over. I've got a screen. I put the card in here. It's playing. So you'll get the fire, the smoke. Let's see if I can get it right. Maybe it'll focus. I'm working on it, and then I'll get off this thing. I just want to show a little quick little thing here. I'll see how clear it can get. Oh, that's pretty clear. Okay. Yeah, that pretty well shows it. Check this out if you can. Let's photobomb me with this picture. We'll see if you can bring this in here. Yes, no, maybe. That's what it looked like coming down the interstate, if you can see that fog, that smoke. You got me on the smoke? Let's see what we got. Maybe this angle right here would be the best. So that's what it looked like. That was the side of the mountain whenever I hit the button, and then I put the card in this to bring it to you. It's basically, yeah, you barely see it, but you see. Yeah, it's not, look, I'm low tech, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not as good as some of these news stations, but then they don't even have to have sound. So you see what I'm saying? The whole mountain was on fire and all smoked up, you know. So I do what I can. Bringing it to you here. Maybe from this angle, I don't know, like that. There you go. That's about as good as it gets, people. About like that right there. So the whole mountain is the other side of that mountain. If you could see it, it's got to be, I don't know how many acres. I don't really know, but it's controlled burn. Georgia Forestry Department knows about it. Them's the people that had a hard time breathing. We was talking to them. So yeah, so like I said, you know, it's getting worse because they just started burning this. So it will be here tonight. There will be fog tonight. The interstate will be fogged up tonight. This stuff don't dissipate. It stays in the trees. It lingers. For it to be 15 miles of smoke and still burning, and they're gonna burn it all into the night, I'm sure. Be careful on I-75 in North Georgia. Okay, people? So I'm gonna get off this thing. Y'all have a safe one. Don't follow too close. Understand it could be a fog-like condition tonight, and that's it. That's all I got for you. I'll get to y'all later, maybe do a live later, and that's all I got. Take care. Yeah, you too, JD.